Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin is very likely to take place this summer, and the boxing world is buzzing for this fight. Promoter Eddie Hearn believes Frank Martin is an easy fight for Gervonta Davis when the two meet in the early summer on Amazon Prime PPV in a PBC event. Eddie stated, "It's alright. It's an easy fight for Tank. Frank Martin is a good little fighter. I don't think it's going to do mad numbers, but it's a good fight." Eddie Hearn had previously offered Tank Davis a massive deal to fight Conor Benn, which could have seen him pull in $25 million. It's doubtful that the 29-year-old Baltimore native will earn anything close to that total by fighting Martin, and he may regret turning down Hearn's offer. Ultra-hardcore boxing fans like the Tank vs Martin fight, but it won't register with casuals who have never heard of or seen Frank fight before. Oscar De La Hoya questions this fight too, as he doesn't understand why Tank Davis is not going for the bigger names.
To tell you the truth, I don't really know Martin. I've heard of his name, but I really haven't. With all due respect, I haven't seen his fights. I just don't know why fight him. I mean, why not go up against the top guy? A unification or somebody with a big name. Yeah, I don't know that move they're making. So because Tank is Tank.
Leonard Ilurbe is super confident that Gervonta will win this fight. Ilurbe acknowledges that Frank is a good fighter, but he is not good enough to beat Tank. Ilurbe stated, "Frank Martin can't beat Tank Davis. None of those guys can beat Tank Davis. Frank's a good-ass fighter. He can't beat Tank, though." Michael Benson of TalkSport took to X and posted, "Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin is reportedly being targeted for June 15th. Being Martin's promoter since 2020, Errol Spence Jr. sides with Martin's abilities." Spence posted on X stating, "I'm Team Me and whoever signed with me, which is Team Frank Martin." However, Tank Davis was not pleased with Spence's tweet. Therefore, he replied with a photo that looked like Spence Jr. made Gervonta cringe. And although Davis soon deleted his response, Michael Benson managed to get a screenshot of the same in time. Michael Benson posted a screenshot of the exchange stating, "Gervonta Davis reacts to Errol Spence saying he's backing Frank Martin in their fight." While Gervonta Davis and Spence Jr. had their moments on X, Derek James told the media that Frank Martin is grinding in work for the Davis fight. Derek stated, "We have Frank Martin working out. Things have been said about that. It's a big deal. Yeah." Frank Martin recently posted a story on his Instagram account where he told his haters to calm down as he'll surprise everyone when the fight actually happens.
About whoever hating, bless your soul. Bless your soul, you hear me? Hey, all 24, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing but blessings, you feel me? Money, health, all that good shit, you know what I mean? But God first, you did that? That's good.
Andre Ward believes that Frank will need a well-thought strategy to counter Tank's aggressive approach. Ward stated, "Frank Martin has a lot of tools in his arsenal, but his biggest challenge will be keeping composure under pressure. Gervonta is not just powerful, he's also cunning and relentless. Frank needs to use his jab not just as a weapon, but as a tool to control the pace and distance of the fight." This advice from Ward gives a good blueprint on how to counter a beast like Gervonta Davis. However, Ward also acknowledges the challenges that Martin will face during the fight, as he knows that Gervonta lurks around and finishes you once you get weak. Ward stated, "Gervonta has a rare ability to change the complexion of the fight with one single punch. Even if Frank is winning rounds, he can't afford to relax or lose focus for a single moment. Davis has proven time and time again that he can turn things quickly." After all this, Ward still believes that Davis will come on top due to late stoppage. He stated, "While I believe Frank can present some real problems for Davis with a disciplined approach and effective use of his jab, Gervonta Punch is a game changer. He's shown resilience and the ability to close out fights, which is why I see him winning by late stoppage." However, showbiz. The adult believes that Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin is the perfect step for Tank to finally be ready for his bigger clash with Devin Haney.
Yeah! There you go, Gervonta. Gervonta Tank Davis will be facing the ghost, Frank Martin, June. Perfect. Now, I don't know if the fight is going to be at 135 or if it's going to be at 140, but I'm super lit because to me, that Frank Martin is the perfect preparation for Devin the American Dream Haney. No more of that whole, he doesn't fight black slick fighter. All of that is a race now, fighting Frank Martin. I am extremely interested to see how Gervonta Tank Davis looks against a fighter who has high IQ, great movement, fights off his back foot, not much of a puncher, so he's more economical with his punches, and Tank has to box him aggressively and go get him. I just want to see that dynamic, see how Tank looks. It can help me visualize how much trouble he'll be in against Devin Haney, or how easy it'll be for him for Devin Haney.
Frank's stablemate Ryan Garcia, who's previously faced Tank Davis in the ring, is willing to help Frank. Garcia believes he knows the ins and outs of Gervonta's game.
I'm gonna go with Frank because I'm gonna be there every step of the way and put him on game. Like, this is what he likes to do. This is what he will do.
This could be your second fight.
End up stopping him? You think he'll end up stopping Gervonta?
Nah, I don't know.
Let the lady go.
Never know.
Teddy Atlas dives deep into the technical aspects of this fight as he stated, Martin's ability to fold pressure without folding will be crucial. He needs to establish his rhythm early, avoid getting trapped by Davis's aggression, and keep the fight in his comfort zone. Gervonta is not just a brawler, a thinker, a predator waiting for the right moment. When Davis senses vulnerability, he pounces, and that's what makes him so dangerous. But he also credits Martin and advises him to take it slow. Atlas stated, Martin has to use his jab not just as a weapon but as a tool for control. If he can frustrate Davis and avoid major mistakes, he can steer the fight into deeper waters. Davis's coaches Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis have started to look deeply at Martin ahead of the fight. Usually this involves combing through hours of fight footage and coming up with a battle plan from there. But Ellis and Ford have taken the unorthodox approach of studying Martin's skull density as they size up the 29-year-old's punch resistance. Ellis took to Instagram and posted how Frank's skull is thin. Phase 1. Up early studying Frank Martin's skull. He has very thin zygomatic bone and a thin muscle layer. There's very high maxillary sinus. Man, oh man, he's a good kid with a good team though. No disrespect. However, Sean Porter brings up the psychological aspect of this fight through a fighter's mind. Porter stated, it's all about belief and execution. Martin needs to step into that ring with unwavering confidence, fully convinced in his ability to secure the win. Porter continued by highlighting the preparation of a fight. He thinks that it is as important as the physical aspects of a fight. He stated, preparation is more than just physical. Martin has to mentally rehearse every second of the fight, so he's not just reacting in the ring, he's anticipating. Bozy Ennis thinks that this fight is great, but believes that Tank Davis is going to look spectacular during the match.
Got announced? How do you think that fight plays out?
That's a good fight, man. But, you know, I got Tank winning that.
Right.
Tank winning that, you know what I mean? Martin's a good fighter, too, you know what I mean? But I think that's a fight that Tank gonna look spectacular on, you know what I mean?
So what do you think of this matchup? Who do you think will come on top? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.